Hello, and welcome to the Three Stitches podcast. I'm your host for this beautiful Monday. Actually, it's kind of cold Monday. This is a Three Stitches podcast. This is episode 31, and it's April 2nd. I escaped April Fool's Day with only mild pranks, which is a good thing, because I fall for them really bad. I'm your host, knit a little just about everywhere. Ravelry, Plurk, all that good stuff. If you are just finding us, I hope you'll stay for a while. I hope you stay as long as we podcast. And if you're returning, thank you. We know you have a choice, and we're glad that you chose to spend some time with us. My goodness, so much has happened since I have last talked to you. I don't know if I've hit on this with Catherine and Lindsay, so they might be hearing it for the first time too. So the thuds you hear in Buffalo and Catherine's in Massachusetts right now will be my girls going, wow. Easter's zipping right along. It's next week. So I had to get myself into high gear. And the Easter Bunny is now ready to go. It's been a hard time. You ever get your heart set on one thing that will make your kids Easter, and then you can't find it? Yeah, there's a confection that I wanted to get for the kids. Until today, I couldn't find it. I've been literally looking for a month or more. So, 3 are tucked away. And unless the kids watch the podcast, they're never going to know, because I've stashed the Easter candy in my yard. Never find it. Never. I'm finally getting smart in my old age. Okay. Other things that have been going on that I want to touch base with. My local yarn shop. I go there every Wednesday to knit and just see what's out there new. Look at colors. Pretty much drool. Well, Barbara, the owner, very nice woman. You half go because of the shop, and the other half is for the owner. Miss Barbara's wonderful, very knowledgeable. She'll tell you if something doesn't look good. And I appreciate that, because sometimes when I choose a color, I'm in love with it, but it's like, eh. And she's kept me on the straight and narrow, which I'm glad for. She asked me to teach some classes. It started with the kids class. A lot of her teachers have grandkids, but they really don't have kids that they're actively raising, and really don't want to teach kids. And I love teaching kids. I have 2 classes that I don't get paid for, that I teach kids, and I really enjoy it. So it was a no-brainer when she asked me. I said, sure, not a problem. So from the kids class, it moved to teaching the wingspan. Sure, I've done it before. It's a fun knit. Don't have a problem with it. Then I mutated to a lace class. I love lace. Sure. Found a pattern. So now I'm teaching a kids class, the wingspan. The lace class is going to be a capelet. That's going to be later in April and May. And then she says, how about a beret? I'm not a beret person. I'm like, eh. And she goes, I really like it. I thought, well, it's your yarn. It's your shop. You know the customers. What am I to say? Sure. So I walked out with yarn A to make for a class for the demonstration model, and I walked out with Norl for the wingspan, and the lace class, the yarn I really wanted. So I made a deal with Barbara saying, if after I get the capelet done in lace that you would like to buy it off of me, by all means. But seeing that you bought for 2 projects, I'll buy the 3rd. So I bought beautiful lace yarn. And if she does not want to buy the capelet off of me, and I'm going to use it for my class, I know who I'm going to give it to. Have you ever found a pattern and you can see the person it's for in your mind? Yeah, you could do that. So if she doesn't buy the capelet, break my little heart, I know who it's going to go to. So it's good. So that's my big news. I'm very happy. I love knitting as it is, but knitting to teach somebody it and get paid for it, it's like the best of both worlds. I'm pretty jazzed about it. Leads me to finished objects. Okay, I was knitting the cintron, and I got it done in time to give to Patty. Patty is a wonderful, kind person. And crappy things happen to nice people. And knitters, we get to think about them and knit something to make them happy or comfort them. And I gave the citron to Patty, and she really, really liked it. So I was happy. You're knitting, and you think you know that the person's going to appreciate it, but you're always on the fence a little bit. She likes it, so I'm happy. And it's large, Lindsay. It's larger than the other blue one that I did, and I love it. I do think there's going to be another cintron in my future. I think it's going to have to be maybe in about 6 to 9 months, maybe a year. But I will do another one, and it will probably be a shawl for someone besides me. I love the look of it. I loved it, the look on Patty. I asked to take pictures of the cintron on Patty, and I'm going to update my Ravelry page as soon as I get a break and things slow down for me, because right now I am running 90 miles an hour, 190 miles an hour. But that's okay, because you have to go through these ebbs where you run and you go really, really fast to appreciate the down times, and that's what I'm going to do. So I got the cintron off my needles literally the night before and blocked it that night. So I had it pinned. And I just started working on a baby blanket. I'm thinking, like, I just need something mindless. I go into Barbara's shop, and I just have one thing. I'm not jazzed about it. She asks me to do the project, so I have knitting for the rest for 2 weeks that I have to get done in 5 days. Feast or famine for me. I started with the beret. The beret is in Vogue Knitting, spring and summer. Now my girls, well, Lindsay's seen the magazine. This is too trendy for me. And it's just not me. But it is a cool beret. There it is. Okay. The setup is different. And when I had said I would knit it up, I thought it was from the center out, and then you taper down, do the cut. No. That's not this creature. This is the top, because today is my day to sew all these in. You sew this there, and these little pieces around here form the brim. And I'm going to pick up stitches along the edge and do the brim. Now I have the layout in my mind. When I first started it, I was just like, oh, what did I get myself into? If it wasn't for how beautiful and yummy this yarn is, I would have lost my mind. Now I'm hoping I can hold this up, because I'm liking the look right now, and I don't have it done as a hat yet or anything like that, but I am liking the look. Is it me? No, but not everything that you knit has to be for you. I've learned a couple tips. I enjoy this yarn, and I saved the ball band. Yes. Okay, the yarn that I used is yin. Yin. I'd seen this yarn in Barbara's shop, and there's one that I really like, has sequins in it, that I haven't had the guts to use. I have no fear now. If there's a project that I need this yarn for, I'm going to do it, because I enjoyed the feel of this project. So this is a half-finished object. Tonight, I'll just seam it up. I have everything ready to go. I'll pick up the brim stitches, and it'll be done. I just wanted to block this out so the little puckers, because this tends to pucker right here. I wanted to get those out. I wanted to be happy with the look of it. So that's what I did. So that's a half-finished object. Okay. I do have something finished. And it's a record. I knit the wingspan in 3 days. And I still did dishes. I wasn't happy with the dishes part, but this is the wingspan. And I'll show you the yarn, because it didn't use all of the yarn that I was given. But isn't it beautiful? I would do this again in a heartbeat. This goes to Miss Barbara tomorrow, along with the beret and all my paperwork. But this is Normal sock yarn. Now, the wingspan, this knit up the entire wingspan. Okay, I have this much left. Can you say finished by the skin of my teeth? Yeah. The colors for me really, really make the project. I absolutely, positively loved the color. I look forward to the next wedge in seeing how things played out and how the colors were going to work together. I loved it. Loved it. And can I afford Nora on my own? No, not by a long shot. But I enjoyed working with it. It's a different yarn. It's not super soft. But if somebody was giving Nora away, I wouldn't say no. So that is that. The finished object. And I'll have the beret done tonight, so it's kind of a finished object. What else is going on? Oh, because I got the wingspan done, and technically Monday is free, because I'm going to start the lace capelet probably Wednesday. I'm just kind of giving myself, I'm trying to pace myself a bit so I don't get burnt out. I want to do something for me too. I started the Dawn Till Dusk. Now, do you remember I said I was going to use that beautiful red yarn? No. I looked at the needles. I thought they said 3. They say 6. I can't knit lace with 6. There's just no way. And lace is not called for in the pattern. Yeah. So if I actually read well the pattern, I would have been better off. So, do you remember this yarn? I found more of it. This is what I did, the citron. Heavens to Betsy. I have more. I think this is going to deplete my stash of all Blue Note. This is Blue Note Heather palette knit picks. If I in the future ever think of getting more blue yarn, shoot me. I think it's going to take me 6 to 9 months to get over the blue. I enjoyed the citron, and I am so far really enjoying Dawn Till Dusk. And I'll tell you who it's by in a second, but it was last week, so, you know, if you watched last week, you know. And I pulled a Lindsay. I think it's going to block out beautiful. I am really, really happy with this. And it's knitting up very quickly. I think it's the advantage of the side to side. You build and build and build and build until you're sick of it. And then you decrease. So you love it again. That's my point of view. And Dawn Till Dusk is in my little bag. I think this is a magic bag, because I literally carried the wingspan in here. I had the ball of yarn, I had the wingspan. Wingspan got bigger, ball got smaller, it stayed in here. It's magic. Because no matter what I stuff in this little thing, it just holds it. I would recommend one of these bags. This is by Apple Blossom and You. I foresee another one of these bags in my future. Definitely. Okay, so I am trying to keep on to a schedule. Trying very, very, very hard. Because in exactly 20 minutes, I have to take off and teach a class, women's auxiliary class in knitting. And they're a hoot and a half, so I'll have a lot of fun. They're fun. They have no censor. Whatever's on these ladies' minds comes out, and we laugh. We have a great time. They're just so much fun to be with. Glad I found them. Okay, so told you what. Yeah. Oh, I actually have enabling. If the Nora wasn't enough to enable you, this will make you drool. Because I know when I pulled it out of the little pouch, this came from Heather's Highland Handmaids. This is a black cherry lace yarn, Portland. This has 1,100 yards in it. This is going to make one wicked shawl. I haven't found the pattern I'm going to make with it. And there's a reason for it. Because this yarn came from Catherine and Lindsay, the co-hosts. Lindsay is on Friday. Catherine is on Wednesday. Well, they bought this for me for my birthday. And Heather's been really, really busy. So it didn't get here until about 2 weeks ago. I have forgotten 2 podcasts in a row to show this to you. But I've got it in. So the girls can't say, you don't love me, you didn't show my yarn. I did it. I had it right on my drawer here, so I didn't forget it. I absolutely love this yarn. I have been looking at it, drooling, dreaming, and that's what yarn's about for me, is the potential. I don't know what it's going to be like yet. If you have any ideas out there, send them my way. I'm thinking lacy, you know, a lot of yarn overs in my future. I don't know yet. But I can't wait to get started. But I am not going to start this until we are flying home, Catherine, Lindsay, and I, from Buffalo. I plan to start this on the airplane. And heaven help anybody who takes the needles off of me, because I'll club them with my yarn. I don't want to start it without my girls. So, and I think it would be really neat. But that's my thought. Second enabling. Yeah, I know. My goodness. I don't ever enable anybody. Everyone else enables everything. So Catherine had picked this up and knit a shawl out of it, and I really liked it. It halos. Normally I don't like a yarn that halos too much, but Catherine's looked really, really good. This is Juniper Moon and Finley Farm. This is Finley. Color, it says Fresco 01. I'm going to do a capelet in this. Ooh, let's see if we can make anybody seasick. But that's probably 4 or 5 days away. Like I said, I'm really, really trying to pace myself so I don't have nervous burnout. I think I've cracked hard enough on the wingspan and the beret, and I have the dawn till dusk, so I think it'll be in a good groove. Wow, 20 minutes and 28 seconds into the podcast. And I think I've covered just about everything. Let me see here. Oh, I am going to Buffalo. Tickets are bought. Lindsay helped me out. Big pet peeve I have. I love talking to people and getting tickets, but they charge you for it. And they charge you through the nose. So I am forced to be a computer person. I now have sympathy with my mother, because when I was younger, I would say, "Oh, Mom, you just do this, 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 this," and I had no problem with it. Now I am my mother's age when I said that. I have sympathy with my mother. I got on to Southwest Airlines and I looked at it, and if you don't buy tickets on a regular basis, it's intimidating. I looked at it, and if you read it the way I read it, I would have paid $1,000 for a ticket. I don't have $1,000 to go to Buffalo. I could drive there cheaper. The stress on me wouldn't be very good. So I got on the text and I said, Lindsay, how about Yahoo? You need to talk me through this. And so she was really good about it. And I talked to John and I said, I just have a feeling that I'm going to do something wrong and I'm going to be on the hook for $1,000, and he dropped the phone. He goes, "We don't have $1,000 for your ticket, dear." I said, "I know." And it seemed like a no-brainer for Lindsay. She says, "Oh, here. And so it's still pricey, but I knew it was going to be right around the price that she gave me. But $1,000 it wasn't, and I'm happy about it. Wouldn't it be nice if Amazon sold tickets? Because I can do Amazon. I've proved I can do Amazon. I got a brand new television, Impress the Husband. I got a Kindle Fire, boom, boom, boom. I could do that. I have no fear when it comes to Amazon. But yeah, when I got to the Southwest site, I was intimidated. I don't know if they have very good customer service. I didn't know if I could reach customer service because it's not self-explanatory. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So, March 18th, cross your fingers that there's not a windstorm in El Paso like there is now. I mean, look, my hair is never going to stay down. We have had nothing but windstorms. I went grocery shopping and literally could have just let the shopping cart roll to my car because it was that windy. So I fly out May 18th. I watch Catherine graduate on the 19th, and we fly home on the 20th. And I cast on noon on the 20th with my Cortland. The great big cheer you hear is me going, "I had a chance to cast on finally." But that's about it right now. Yeah, this is going to be a short one. And I'll actually get to help the ladies at the Women's Auxiliary without racing in. Okay. I hope everyone's having a great day. And if you smile, it helps the day go by much better. I will podcast again next Monday. You will see. I don't know if you're going to see Catherine Wednesday. Like she said, she's on spring break. She's with her friend Katie in Massachusetts. Although she's never told me that she got there safe. So, kids these days. Actually, I know she's there safe. I know. I hope. Maybe. Lindsay will podcast on Friday. So, if you made it this far, I hope we kept you company. You have a great day, and I'll see you next Monday. Bye.